Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is CeeChronicles. If you're here for the very first time, my content on this channel is mostly fragrance reviews. I post 4 to 5 fragrance related videos per week. And I do have other content like vlogs. So if that sounds like something that interests you guys, please do consider joining us here by subscribing. I also go by the name CeeChronicles on Instagram in case you want to follow me there. Now, to those who are returning, thank you so much, guys, for the continued support. Welcome to a layering combos, video. This was a video suggestion by Paula Safwad. She came in my comment section and she asked if I had tried this combination. Let me show you. She asked if I had tried mixing Lattafa Nebras as well as Nasheed, and she wanted to know my thoughts. So instead of just answering her just in that comment section, she gave me a video suggestion actually. So thank you, Paula, because you are the one who inspired me to do this video. So I went in and I started playing with the two, and I then didn't stop there. So I've got now in front of me about 9 or 10 combinations, if you will. What we're doing today is mixology. I've been directly spraying these fragrances on top of each other, and this is not a first impressions, just in case you want to know whether I have tried them. I've actually tried them on myself. So we're going to spray this tester paper, which already has the 2 combinations. I'm going to spray them again to remind you myself. Okay, so that was Nasheed. I've put 3 sprays there. You can just put as many sprays as you like on yourself, on your arm, on your clothes, or whatever. So I'm going to tell you what this ended up being. Okay, so this is the first combination, which is Nebras by Lattafa and Nasheed by Lattafa. So what I got while I was wearing this fragrance, guys, was the ginger there in Nasheed kind of weighs in, giving this like a piney accord to it. But what I must say is, if you're going to try this combination hoping that the chocolate in Nebras is going to go away, it really doesn't, because in itself it's like a thick, polarizing kind of chocolate. So you will smell the chocolate in its strength, but it just feels as though that chocolate has an addition of like an aromatic greenness to it, which is coming from the Nasheed. Unfortunately, Nebras still speaks the most here. So whether or not it will make a difference to somebody, I don't know. But there is an element of maturity, like a matureness to the fragrance that is introduced, when you layer them both. So that's what I can say about the two. Do I like it? Well, to me, it's okay. It's not really a combination or a layering combination that is groundbreaking. The second one that I played around with, guys, and this I must say is amazing. If you've got these 2, you ought to try them. Okay, if you've got Pink Sugar and YSL's Lib, try this combination. All right, so I've got a tester paper here already with that combination, but I'm just going to re-spray it here so that the 2 can just revive what was going on here, because I did plan on this video in the morning, but I'm recording it now around like 6 p.m. so these are dry. I'm just resuscitating the scent, if you will. I don't know whether that makes any sense. So this is Pink Sugar and Lib. If you don't like that masculine cologne dry down of Lib, guys, this is a winner combination. What Pink Sugar does to this fragrance is it tames those bold florals, those bold white florals that are in Lib. The combination in itself then has like a playfulness to it. Lib can come across as like a suit and tie, mature, serious, middle-aged kind of vibe as a fragrance. But what Pink Sugar does here is it adds a delicateness to this tough fragrance. Okay, but not enough to push it to being like an immature, girly kind of fragrance. But it definitely takes away that seriousness, that boldness, and those bold florals kind of take a back seat. It's mostly wafts of like a fluffy feminine touch that is added to Lib. So to me, this is a winner combination, guys. And Lib is beast mode, while Pink Sugar doesn't have that much of a lasting power. Okay, this one doesn't have like a great lasting power, but the 2 of them kind of feed off each other. How Pink Sugar manages to still speak amidst this bold bully of a fragrance, I don't know, but it just adds this like innocence, it adds this like a delicate like a femininity to it, and most importantly that masculine touch which you get from the lip dry down goes away. So this is definitely a combination that I'm gonna wear, you know, moving forward. And I think I'm gonna work with the two as well with what's the name, there is a dupe of this one from Zara, a Golden Decade, because Golden Decade to me was a little bit too much. So now that I have the pink sugar, I think I'm going to be working with them like that, one on top of the other. Remember I said this is mixology, so this is not like one you have on this one side and that, because I think if you did it with lip that way, lip might just end up just being overpowering and you can still smell it on its own. You've got to like layer the two together. And the good thing is I also have Soft from RIVE, which is another dupe of pink sugar. So if I don't feel like wasting my pink sugar with that kind of mix, I can always layer with the oil. Now the next combination, guys, is going to be from Lattafa. It's going to be Aura and Iman. Okay. Reason why is Iman to me is just too floral. It's a floral for the floral lovers. If you love your florals, non-relenting, you like florals, flowers, white florals, that sort of thing. So to me that can be a little bit boring, if you know. So I tried it with this. Okay, what I like about this combination and why I included it here, guys, is Iman has got a black currant that I was saying is muffled quickly by the florals. What Aura does to this black currant, it kind of like brings it to the surface. It definitely becomes less of a floral and more of a fruity in a way because of that sweetness. You're definitely going to have people asking you what you're wearing because it takes away that obviousness, that floral obviousness, turns this into like a fruity floral with mostly black currant for some reason. So I guess whatever it is in Aura is able to bring to life this black currant. So it mostly becomes like a black currant kind of scent. The next layering combination is this one, guys. I just thought to myself, okay, this is a fragrance that I kind of had a hard time with when I got it. It's florals, but it's a bit sour, a bit soapy, which is something that can literally bother some people. So I did try this together with Vanilla 28. So I'm going to just respray these two. So this is Kismet for Women, in case I didn't mention. Okay, Kismet for Women by Maison Alhambra. And then I'm going to layer it with Kilian. What Kilian Vanilla 28 does to Kismet for Women is it adds a creamy element to the fragrance. So in as much as Kismet for Women is already on the creamy side, the Vanilla 28 here adds like a buttery creaminess to it. So, and it also kind of eliminates that sour feel. So it does feel as though the sour feel is gone. So if it's something that bothers you, the sour feel kind of like hides there. And then Kismet for Women on its own has like a soapy accord. I don't get that when you add that Vanilla 28. That amped up upbeat brown sugar accord in Vanilla 28 is also toned down. I think the sourness here is what then tones down that brown sugar accord in Vanilla 28, and the two just fuse together to become a beautiful thing. It just becomes a fragrance that you can't pin out that, oh, this person is wearing this. So yeah, if you are one of those people that were having a problem with this one or wondering what it can work with, you can try Kismet for Women with Vanilla 28. If you don't have Vanilla 28, I kind of have a feeling that this combo might work even with Choco Mask. I kind of also have a feeling that the combination will work with Amir Al Oud Intense because of that vanilla-ness, but I haven't tried them myself like that. The next combination is also going to be with Vanilla 28. And it just struck me while I was doing these combinations, and I thought, I always have a tough time with Elisabeth Le Parfum. This is a mature fragrance. In as much as it's hyped up, there is something in there that just translates to me bug sprayish. So I thought, okay, let me try and see if I can add Vanilla 28 to the mix and then see what this turns out to be. So Elisabeth Le Parfum, okay, is for women, all right. And then we're gonna do 3 sprays again of Vanilla 28. The bug spray, I'm not gonna lie, that the bug spray touch kind of evaporates. It doesn't go away completely. You still get wafts of bug spray. Good news is it feels like that magical missing note has been included. So what Vanilla 28 does to this fragrance, guys, is that strong Le Parfum bug sprayish kind of thing is there, but it kind of tones down and it becomes sweeter. So instead of this becoming like just a bold floral, powdery floral in your face with that upbeat honey, it turns this into a less mature, less serious white floral with a lot of sweetness there, and the the vanilla being forward. So I think with me trying it, mixing it with vanilla 28, it's probably gonna get a little bit of more wear, you know, in my collection because of that. Now, combination number 6 is amazing, and I think I'm gonna have to say this is probably the best of them all. Okay. Yes, so this is Fragrance World's Shalina, which is a Delina dupe, and this is Shahaf Oud by Swiss Arabian. These two guys. Okay, if you've got the original Delina, you could try it with Shahaf Oud, or you've got the original Delina and you've got the original Lancome's Oud Bouquet, because Shahaf Oud is Lancome Oud's Bouquet dupe. So if you've got that, you can try those combinations. Another alternative is if you've got there is a Elena by Paris Corner. It's also a Delina dupe. So if you've got that, and you've got maybe Oud Mood by Lattafa, because Oud Mood is also kind of inspired by Lancome's Oud Bouquet, you could try that as well. So if you don't have the exact ones, you can just work with what you have. But this, guys, this is amazing. The roses here in both just marry each other, so we're gonna keep the rose. Okay, I think there's 1 in Shahaf Oud and 2 in Delina, or vice versa, I don't know. So we're not losing the rose. So if you're gonna try this mix, wanting to run away from the rose, it's not gonna work. I still get the rhubarb, so that's also there. So there's gonna be that fruitiness there. But what this fragrance does is there is a foresty tartness that you get from Delina. It smoothens it. Shahaf Oud smoothens that. It becomes a sexy, alluring combo. Not that the two individually are not sexy fragrances, they are. You will be asked what you're wearing. This is a fragrance that, for somebody to walk past you and assume you're wearing Delina, it's just not going to make sense. It will feel like, okay, there's wafts of Delina. And what else? Okay, so there is a smoothness that you get there. The oud in Shahaf Oud has always been like a smooth and kind of oud. So it's not going to do much. It's just going to add almost like a waxy element to the mix, making this a unique kind of concoction. Okay, one that is just full of mystery. So on our number 6, guys, is going to be Shalina Royal Essence by Fragrance World with this Shahaf Oud by Swiss Arabia. The next 2 fragrances I thought to try here are Lattafa Saffron Loutre Mask, because this one has always been like a tricky one for me. Okay, and while I was adding these fragrances, this was kind of like a no-brainer. It just came to my mind that, okay, this is a molecular fragrance. Let's see what it works with. So this is probably going to work with a lot more than what I'm going to show you. I'm just showing you what I worked with. Okay, so I mixed it with Bella Dolce Red Delice by Fragrance World. So we're going to spray it again, in as much as it's on my tester paper. I'm just going to spray it one more time, and then we're going to spray the Loutre Mask. Loutre Mask on its own is a fragrance that you can wear, but it does have like a sourness to it there. So what this combination does is it just tones down that sourness, almost like making it vanish actually. And what you're left with is a sweetness, which this sweetness that then translates in this too is not as like sticky as is in this alone. If you're the sort of person who feels Bella Dolce is too sweet, too juvenile, then Loutre adds, I'm not going to call it like a very mature feel to it, but it just kind of tempers with that sweetness. So you're not going to get a very super sweet kind of thing, but the sourness in this goes, the sticky toothache sweetness in this one goes, making this a perfect combination. It could be even any Bath and Body Works fragrance really. So in case you don't have that one, but you do have this one, so what's going to be important is maybe having this one, because the fruity ones you can almost wear on their own. So the 8th combination is going to be this one and my Amir Al Oud Intense. This, you know, if you watch the review, these fragrances are just perfect for layering. On their own, I'm not so sure. So this is Cotton Candy by Ad Al Zafran of their Dubai Ithra collection. And I'm layering it with Amir Al Oud Intense. Let me just spray that and then show you. So this is Amir Al Oud Intense by Lattafa. The two, guys, there's a medicinal, there is a medicinal touch to Amir Al Oud Intense, which sometimes bothers me. It completely goes when you mix it with this mask. There is a smokiness there that is just over the top that I get from Amir Al Oud Intense, to an extent that, to me, it's a safe fragrance when it's super, super cold. This fragrance, in as much as I didn't like initially, I'm gonna keep for layering. If it did have the cotton candy coming out as a note singularly, I would have loved to just wear it on its own. I honestly wouldn't have thought of layering it, but now I think I found the use for it. It gives you like a sexy, creamy twist to the mix, and it tames Amir Al Oud, making it like a gentle fragrance. It just puts a creaminess there. The powderiness is almost gone. It's mostly what you're going to get is like a lovely candy feel together with like a vanilla. The vanilla is distinct here. So Amir Al Oud will keep its vanilla and it will tone down its smokiness and like medicinalness there. So beautiful mix right there. Guys, the last two, we're not going to get too much into detail. I'm just going to give you just to round off this video so that we have 10 and we complete our, whatever cycle. We always do 10. Or at least 10, and then we add some more. So the last one is going to be these two combinations. All right, so say for instance you had Kalta Royal Blends by Lattafa. This is a spicy fragrance, cinnamony, a bit on the boozy side, that sort of thing, and you wanted to add a touch of creaminess. You could try it with Musk Salama, but why I'm talking about them as honorable mentions is, again, you could try it with this one. So this kind of musk, this combination will always work. What you're going to get, of course, if you were to try it with Musk Salama, is it's going to add like an ice cream accord to it there. Just give it a twist, and if that kind of like spiciness bothers you, obviously it's going to tone down. The last one is Shard. So if you had Shard and you just wanted to add a twist to Shard, because this is like a citrusy floral scent. If the citrusiness is too much for you, or the perfumey feel to this is too much for you, then you could try it with Choco Musk. It's obviously going to add that vanilla forward chocolatey kind of thing. Maybe not so much, because this one on its own is also a bit on the loud side, so maybe not so much, but these two are probably going to work for you, and I thought to add them here as last recommendations. Sometimes fragrances from the Middle East can just be too much, like the Oud Mood. I honestly am okay with wearing my Oud Mood on its own, but it has been a fragrance that I layer a lot. I layer Oud Mood with my musk, in case you want to know. I layer it with Musk Salama, and I layer it with some of the musk that I have in form of oils. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. That's a wrap on layering combinations. If you've got other recommendations, please do let me know. I'd appreciate it, and I'll try them if I do have them in my collection. CeeChronicles is my name. Thank you so much, guys, for joining me today. Let's meet in the comment section, where we obviously discuss more about fragrances. Like this video if you like it, and most importantly, guys, please do consider subscribing if you haven't already. If you haven't, why not? Thank you so much, guys, and remember that smelling good is a form of good manners. Cheers.